is it, I mean, I'm sure the answer is both, but is it more for niche and long tail creators, or are you seeing, major artists come on and use this as a way to build a new revenue stream?
So it's an open platform for anybody. But we do see there are now creators who are, and I think, I wish more folks had asked me this question because we are seeing creators now making millions of dollars on Patreon. So there are creators that are literally making millions of dollars a year. They're leasing office space. They're hiring teammates. They're building media companies. They're doing the whole thing, and financing it using our membership product. So it is being used by folks to basically build, a subscription revenue stream that's more robust and safe than fluctuating ad revenue. Yes, it's being used by folks at the top, the sort of biggest YouTubers in the world, and some of the biggest creators in the world. But it's also available and open to everybody.
Interesting. What are your top two or three most unusual, or like you mentioned, ASMR? We've never guessed that's other. Or what are your top most interesting creative out there types of creators that you've seen? You probably have a
Gosh,
thousand, but yeah.
I mean, there's some of my favorite creators are just things that I wouldn't necessarily have expected, and just things that I think are amazing, or creators who are doing particularly creative, weird things. There's this one creator named Jacob Collier. I mean, he's actually a Grammy award-winning musician. He's done a lot of, he has records out, and he's signed to Quincy Jones's management. But the music that he sings, often he doesn't use like Western scales, so he'll just sing mathematical intervals and stack them that only work in a particular key, and it just sounds just fresh and different and bizarre and beautiful, and amazing. So yeah, there's creators like him. There's folks that do like 3D printing, so you can 3D print models for RPG games, and there's like Sims mods, and there's anime, and there's like ukulele creators. There's a whole like group of sailing vloggers. It's pretty cool.
Oh, sailing. Yes, I'm really into sailing. I've seen, okay, now you're like touching my space. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen some of these sailing vloggers that are out there, and I love this idea. My wife and I, about 10 years ago, went off and sailed halfway around the world. This is before you guys were around, I'm pretty sure. This is 2008, 2009. And now I'm seeing these sailors who are making a probably pretty good living. Do you have any idea like how much these guys are actually making? I'd be curious.
Not off the top of my head, but
Yeah.
I know that it's a real business now. Like you can do it. You can reach millions of people, and you can make enough of a living to like build a team around you, and hire editors, and I mean the web is changing so fast, and creativity is changing so fast. I think a lot of people don't realize that it is now possible. It's not a dream anymore. It's now possible to be a professional creator. And all the infrastructure exists, just like a lot of infrastructure exists for startups, to kind of scale and build a website and accept payments and do everything you need to do. The same is true for creators. There's a lot of infrastructure out there for artists and creators to build a business out of their work. And it's just incredible watching this happen. I mean, it's unfolding, right in front of us.